You are extremely feared by a lot of people. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are extremely feared by a lot of people. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I know who I am. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I know who I am. See, when you are feared by most people that you encounter, this is not by mistake, okay? This is not by coincidence. It's something that all, or at least most people, see in you, all right? And even when people try to act like it's not there, even when people try to bypass it, when they try to make you feel like what you have ain't what you have, they see it. They just don't want it to exist, number one. And number two, they just don't want to acknowledge it because that means they have to acknowledge the God in you. They have to acknowledge the conviction in you. They have to acknowledge the power in which you walk in. And that's the reason that they are fearful of you. You follow what I'm saying? You're going to see this a lot of times on your job. Whenever you walk on, you're going to see this a lot of times in your family. Anytime you go to the reunion, anytime you go to the cookout, you may even see this with random people at the gym. But people are fearful of you and they don't understand you. And oftentimes, y'all, people can't stand nor like, and a lot of times are afraid of what they don't understand, okay? And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to speak about it within this video. I got so much to say on this topic because you find yourself wanting to have certain friends. You find yourself wanting to not be alone all the time. You find yourself wanting to, be indulged in companionship or at least be able to have fun at times. But family, as a chosen one, you got to be careful with who you associate yourself with, and you have to be careful of who you allow into your circle because people see it before you even recognize that they on snake-ish. Let me say that once again, y'all. People see who you are before you can even recognize that they are on snake-ish. And so you got to be on your P's and Q's, okay? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. What y'all got going on? What's your 8th day? How you feeling? What's going on, man? I'm in your business, okay? Just to say it for the record, y'all know I was on my Reno Speech Riches channel a little earlier, okay? Y'all know it's a later post, but I told y'all why on my other channel. However, y'all, I have yet to eat anything today. Like I said on the other channel, I may do Papa John's, I may do Chili's, I may do something out to eat just because it's so quick, but I just been not necessarily ripping and running, y'all, but I'm going to just say it's been a lot of things going on in terms of family-wise. I ain't going to speak on it, but just been having to take care of things like that. I go through things just like y'all. You dig what I'm saying? But we keep moving, we keep pushing, and that's what separates us from those who give up, who stop, who feel like they can't go anymore. You follow what I'm saying? But let's get right into this banger, y'all. It is a banger. Number one is going to be this right here, y'all. It's hard to make friends, all right? This is a sign, okay, you are extremely feared by a lot of people. It is hard to make friends. Family, how many times have you thought that you made a friend, you met someone new, or somebody who seemed to understand you, okay? And the moment y'all begin to go forward, the moment y'all begin to get acquainted, all right? The moment y'all begin to, do the Q&A game, right? Asking questions, answering them, and just getting to know them, it seems like something always happens, all right? I know for me, I've gotten to a point, y'all, to where I don't even like getting close to people. For me, what I do is I just like to have associates, right? So if I go to the gym, I may just have people who I associate with at the gym. I may have people who I just associate with at a restaurant, during my hobby, during my martial arts, whatever the case is. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that these days it's better to have associates, meaning you have people here from afar, all right? It's hard to make friends because when I say friends, I'm talking about make solid friends, because most times people get jealous of you. Most times people become envious of you. Most times people just don't want to be around you genuinely for who you are, but for what you can do. They are fearful of you. And so you find it being more difficult of being able to make friends in this day and age, not only because you are a chosen one, but you are someone who ends up being targeted most of the time. Once they realize and see what you can do, they start acting funny towards you. Once they realize and see how intelligent you are, they start withholding information from you. And this is just how it goes for a lot of chosen ones. People happen to be extremely fearful of you. You follow what I'm saying? Starting with you being difficult, or not necessarily being difficult, but it being difficult for you to make friends. Does that make sense, y'all? Like, if it's difficult for you to make friends, drop in the comments and let me know. But number two, y'all, you have a firm aura, all right? You have a firm aura. Family, there's nothing wrong with having a firm aura. I want to make that clear, all right? We live in a time where you almost have to apologize for every and anything, okay? You almost have to apologize for every and anything. It is okay to have a firm aura. And so when people see this, they may automatically judge you. They may automatically say you are a butthole. They may automatically start saying terrible things about you just because you have a firm aura. Anybody had that nice, sweet teacher, going back to high school or elementary or even middle school, right? But you had that nice, sweet teacher. Their aura around them said that for some kids, I can get over. And for some kids, I love Miss Parker. I love Miss Merritt, right? So some people send it as, this is an act of love. We appreciate this. And some kids send it as, I'm about to take advantage, boy. All right. But y'all remember that teacher who had that firm aura? All right. They had that face that just said, don't mess with me. They had that face that just said, I don't play the radio. Well, you happen to be one of those people. And again, y'all, this don't make you a bad person. You just have a firm aura. And that's okay. However, y'all, this is why a lot of people are extremely fearful of you. They fear you, okay? Number three is going to be this right here, y'all. Your reserved nature, all right? Your reserved nature. You are the type of person who don't really put their business out there, okay? You don't really wear your heart on your sleeve. You're not really a person who's overly sensitive. And when I say overly sensitive, or even wearing your heart in your sleeve, I'm not saying like you don't feel at all. You feel, but in private. You don't show people how you feel in public. So they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know how you're doing it. They don't know what's going on. All they know is that this person is reserved. I don't know why they don't talk like that at work. I don't know why they don't join the conversation. I don't know why they don't indulge with me. Okay? That causes people to be afraid. All right? That causes people to be fearful simply because of your reserved nature. All right. It says that, and when I say it says, I'm talking about just people in society. A lot of people say that it's the quiet ones you have to worry about. Family, people live by that. They understand what that looks like and they understand how it feels. And so when people see that you are reserved, it causes people to be more fearful and thoughtful of what you are possible to do. All right. I'm not saying you a mass murderer. I'm not saying you Ted Bundy. But what I am saying is that when you have that reserved nature, it keeps people in thought about you. And a lot of times, y'all, it's a lot of fearful thoughts. OK, because you have a reserved aura and nature. Number 4, you rarely get approached. All right. You rarely get approached. Okay. I went to school with this girl in high school and she had this face on her. Well, I actually went to school with her in middle school as well. But she had this face that said she was mean, but she was one of the nicest people ever. But she had this face that said that she was mean, said don't walk up on me, don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't anything, right? But when you walk up to her, she was the sweetest person ever. Okay. Well, family, if you really get approached, more than likely it's because people are fearful of you. All right. They think that you going to shut them down. They think that you're going to reject them. They think that you're going to laugh at them. They think that you're going to put them down. All right. The fact that you rarely get approached, it says something. Now, here's the thing. It's not always about your face looking stone cold mean. Some people want to approach you because you are drop dead gorgeous, or you may be extremely handsome. You may be extremely intelligent. You may be a leader. All right. It's so many different things that make a person intimidated by you or why they won't approach you. So it's not only because of what your face look like. You can look like the most beautiful person they ever seen. And so they won't walk up on you because it's intimidating. You're really getting approached. All right. Or you may be a person who they know of being intelligent, being a leader, or somebody who's about their business that also may make people not approach you. So it's bigger than only just how mean you look, okay? But it can also be other factors that go into it. So yeah, if you get really approached, y'all, chances are they are extremely fearful of you, okay? And the last thing is going to be this right here, y'all. Number 5, you're frequently excluded from things, okay? You are frequently excluded from things. I'm not talking about just a few times, it was a mistake. No, they frequently exclude you from things. Y'all remember the strongest kid in your neighborhood or the strongest kid on the block or at school, all right? And this particular person is like, they got grown man strength, okay? They lifting up kids like they feathers, grown man strength. It's always like one or two. Not too many kids, especially young men, have men bodies and muscles at the age of 10 or 11 years old. All right. But when you do, encounter this particular person, bruh, man, these jokers be grown man strength, man, cock diesel. All right. But guess what? The fact that they have this strength, they're going to get excluded from a lot of activities. No, bro, I don't want to play throw 'em up, bust 'em up with you. No, bro, I don't want to play football with you. I don't even want to play basketball with you. We ain't doing nothing that gets physical. All right. Maybe we can play hide and seek. I don't even want to play tag with you because you may push me too hard and make me bust my head on the concrete to the white meat. The point is, y'all, is that you are frequently excluded from things because you are advanced. You are strong. You're powerful. People don't want to exclude you or include you in things because they are afraid that you may outshine or outperform them. All right. And so, yes, y'all, people are extremely fearful of you. That's why you're feared by a lot of people. All right. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to do this recap and then we'll conclude this video. Number 1, it's hard to make friends. All right. It's hard to make friends. Maybe it's cool in the beginning, but when things begin to unravel, people stop wanting to be a solid friend to you. Number 2, you have a firm aura, all right? You just look like the person who don't play the radio. It is what it is. Number 3, your reserved nature. The fact that you're reserved and put together and held back, it makes people wonder and think, all right? And a lot of times, y'all, those thoughts are fearful. Number 4, you rarely get approached. People don't approach you because of your face. It may be because you are handsome or beautiful. You are a leader. They may be intimidated by your presence. So many different things, y'all. But yes, you rarely get approached. And number 5, you are frequently excluded from things. They don't invite you to the parties. They don't invite you to the meetings. They don't invite you to the calls. They don't invite you to anything because you are advanced. You like that strong kid in the neighborhood. They know you gonna mess stuff up, all right? And people are afraid of that. So with that being said, y'all, take it for how you take it. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy. And you can check out any one of my books. I'll catch y'all in the next one, y'all. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.